Africa, the time is now to turn this country upside down. Show the world we can take flight. Show them all our causes like this African song we all can sing. People we must know that African name. People we must find that African style. People we must know that Africa's great. For a new Africa I can see communication organized, demonstrations organized. Get it, get it.
The African man will excel. Given the opportunity, the African man will succeed. And government, bring it we succeed. Believe it we excel. Individually, the African does well. Not as engineers, we get them what to work in our government. Believe it we succeed. Believe it we excel. See how at least they will not know that before. See how I go and they go very well now. Bad government, believe it we succeed. Bad government, believe it we excel. Bad government, believe it we unite. Bad government.
Hi, I'm Princess. We are in a magnificent hall. It's called the Music Hall of Williamsburg, and we are just honored, and it's a special occasion. The torch holder of Afrobeat legend, Femi Kuti, is in the house. Femi Kuti, welcome to New York City and the Music Hall of Williamsburg in Brooklyn, New York, USA.
Thank you.
Welcome. We want to know, Fela on Broadway, there's media allegedly that they finally got you to see the Broadway play Fela, which is produced by Jada Pinkett Smith and Jay-Z. And how did you feel about the musical? And we know that it's now in Lagos, Nigeria. Is that
No,
correct?
I agreed to see the play under one condition, that the play was going to be brought to Nigeria.
Oh,
So the play finally arrived in Nigeria.
Okay.
Now I knew for the play, I read all the rights, so everybody said the play was great. Then the play finally got on Broadway. Now there is no play that will be on Broadway if it was not good. So for it to be there, I had no problem with the play. I knew it was going to be a good play.
Okay.
So I wasn't shocked.
Okay. So
I didn't know it would be that good. So I cried when
It's been blessed by Femi Kuti.
when I eventually watched it. Tears came to my eyes. It was really a great play, but I thought the spiritual connection for the play to be in Nigeria was of most important, because I put myself in the position of my brothers and sisters in Africa. They'll probably never get to see America now. So they don't know what Broadway means.
Right.
Probably they don't even care what Broadway is.
Right.
So as an
And all
African,
the awards this play won, because not to cut you, but we're also in the film industry, and I work with a woman her name is Mahen Benetti. She's a founder of the New York African Film Festival. She has promoted you. She's promoted your father, the legacy of Afrobeat, Fela, the music, the shrine, the whole ambiance of Afrobeat in Lagos, and how you guys moved a generation and a society and a country. And I thank her as well. And the film festival is going on now, and Mahen Benetti has been very instrumental in getting this play done by Bill T. Jones, who is a choreographer, But and the actor that plays your father, what do you think of him? Did he portray your dad?
Yeah, I think everybody did a very good job. The play did very well in Lagos. It was at the Shrine 2 weeks ago. It's very important for especially the younger generation to see this play, to understand what the 70s was like in Africa. The play will inspire any young person to. It's an excellent play.
A lot of people who loved his country and his people.
It's about what it is that he's pursuing, and that in of itself is remarkable.
It's been a God what he was doing, and he really has pushed me to higher heights.
Your new album, Africa. Peter Tosh once said that if you're an African man, anywhere in the world, wherever you come from, whether you're a black man, if you're a black man, you're an African. Are you addressing Africans, or are you addressing Africans in the diaspora when you got your album Africa for Africa?
I'm addressing Africans. In the sense, really, we always wait for the West to tell us what is going on in Africa. In Nigeria, we did not know about the genocide in Rwanda until CNN, BBC told us about what was going on. We don't have any strong media house in Africa that tells the story of the African people to Africa. Africa is so big, vast, that Jews, just in Nigeria alone, the news that will come out from that country alone is all day, all year. I mean, in Nigeria, we don't know what's going on in our neighboring countries like Cotonou, Niger, Chad, Cameroon. This is wrong. We need to tell our story. We need to tell our stories to ourselves. We need to tell our story to the world. We should not wait for the world to tell us our story. So the way I see it is, Africa needs to love Africa. Africa needs to care for Africa. Africa needs to understand the history of Africa. We have to understand that Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana, South Africa, Zimbabwe are all colonial structures. Nigeria, Africa was divided in 1885. We have to appreciate this history. We have to, when we understand and appreciate our history as Africans, then we know where we are coming from, and we know where we are at, and where we have to go. And where we need to go is to make the continent of Africa the envy of the world. We have everything, so it should be the best place to be at.
How do you feel that some of the songs that you're performing can help bring this unity about with Africans throughout the diaspora and also in the mainland?
First of all, it's a mental problem. It's about inspiring people. People in doctors, lawyers, engineers, athletes to think in this way. And hopefully a generation of Africans will come one day who will hear these songs, who will have heard about Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, my father, Lumumba, Sankara, people who have died for this cause, and a generation of Africans will come and know this is the way forward for Africa. Probably I will not experience this in my lifetime, but if there wasn't a Kwame Cumale, a Marcus Garvey, and my father, I probably would be naive. So I believe as I find myself in a position where I can inspire millions of Africans to think in this direction. Okay. So definitely I know one day a generation will come that will be very vibrant and will know this is the way forward for Africa.
What inspired you? We know that you performed with Egypt 80 and also your new band, A Positive Force. What inspired you to get into the Afrobeat movement and take the legacy of your father, which is now your own as well? I feel his spirit here. But what inspired you to take this to this level now, you being the torch holder as far as we're concerned?
I would say probably it's destiny. I never thought I could do anything else. I couldn't think of being anything else as a young boy. So probably I have just walked probably something like a birthright in the fact of there's nothing else I could be doing. There was nothing else expected of me growing up from the people around me in school, my father's friends, my father's fans. it was always expected that this is what I will be doing in the future.
Americans love your music so much that there are groups that have tried to emulate Afrobeat. Anti-Velas, which played the soundtrack on Fela, the Broadway musical, which is now has gone to Lagos. And another group in Washington, D.C. called Chop Teeth. How do you feel about their music, and do you think they have that spirit, or can they get it stronger? What can they, how do you feel about it?
It's developing. I think the good thing is I'm not disappointed that many people are playing the Afrobeat today. And it's a plus for my father that his music is becoming important for a generation of musicians, and everybody's trying to play the Afrobeat. Probably nobody will ever play it like my father, but doesn't mean it will not be good. I know the band from San Francisco. There's a band in Australia. There's so many bands in France. There's a band in Sweden. Most of them I know them, and of course they have my blessing. One of my dreams would be for Afrobeat to be mainstream, more popular than reggae, hip hop, or any kind of music, and to have a greater impact than any kind of.
One more thing before we let you go. Your dad, who I was told, Fela here, the late Fela, the icon, said that music is the weapon of the future. What can you add to that? Being his firstborn son, if I'm correct.
Wow, I would say yes. It is definitely one of the tools we have been using to unify Africa, to talk about peace, to talk about unity, to enlighten ourselves about global problems. And it is a tool to bring peace of mind, to console a lot of people in troubled times. So, not weapon as a nuclear weapon, but a positive weapon.
Like a healing
sort
of.
Yes.
Can we hear a few notes of these? Can I touch this? The brass. I feel the spirit. If you can play us just a few notes, we have just.
I never do that.
There you go. I learned that one. You have the glory of purple on. If you can grace us with your sound and your spirit. Thank you. Femi Kuti on the brass saxophone.